is time for Rewind, where I kind of affectionately call this the Feeling Old segment. We look back and we see what films opened 10 years ago this week and what films opened 20 years ago this week. So let's start feeling old together. First of all, celebrating its 10-year anniversary. We've got the films Lord of War, Just Like Heaven, and the horror film Cry Wolf. And the film's turning 20 years old, really feeling old this week, is Hackers. The Angelina Jolie film Hackers is 20 years old. Clockers and Angus. So Schnepp, let's talk to you. The films that turned 10, the films that turned 20, which are the ones that stand out to you?
I remember not liking Hackers when I first saw it, and now there's like this big Hackers renaissance. Like, man, let's watch Hackers. It's just because I think it's 20 years old and it's got Angelina Jolie and a bunch of other actors that have become
Matthew
famous.
Hilliard's in that movie too.
I kind of half want to see it again, like that's it, but then the other part of me remembers not liking it. So I'm kind of on the fence about that. But I recently saw Lord of War for the first time this year because everyone had always been telling me it's a great movie and this and that. And honestly, aside from the opening sequence with the bullet, that whole opening sequence,
right,
which I thought was fantastic, it was like they just felt kind of forced and played out, and I didn't like the voiceover narration. There was a lot of things that I think it was because it was hyped so much. Like, this is an incredible Cage film. I was like, all right, bring it. Then it didn't bring it for me. So those are the movies that stand out to me.
Yeah, the one that really stands out to me, Hackers stands out, obviously. That was kind of a pivotal kind of movie in a lot of different ways for a lot of different people. But for me, it is Lord of War. I don't know that we've ever talked about Lord of War, but I'm one of those guys. I loved Lord of War. And it was right about that time that people started wondering, does Nick Cage still have it? We don't know if he still has it. And then I saw Lord of War. I'm like, Nick Cage still has it. And a lot of people forget Jared Leto was in that movie too, right before he kind of started taking his absence from Hollywood. I thought that was a movie with a great narrative. Thought the performances were great. Warlord. You mean Warlord? No, Lord of War. I just thought it was a terrifically put together story, wonderfully acted, beautifully directed. I was really impressed with the movie myself. So out of all these films, that's the one that stands out to me. What about you, Christian?
I have to see Lord of War. It's the same thing with Schnepp. I've been hearing so long how many people really enjoy the movie and think it's underrated, so I want to check it out. I wonder what side of the fence I'll be on when I see it. For me, Hackers is the one I remember seeing because I was obsessed with Angelina Jolie. I mean, it's still for a long time she was the sexiest woman on the planet.
That movie's 20 years old.
And she had that thing to where 20 years ago she's just electric on screen back then anyway. So that was one, and it was because the Hackers and generation and the internet was so new and all that stuff. The way that they were doing with the hacking, but. Angus, no one mentions the Shermanator in the poster of the Angus. Look at Shermanator with the underwear on his head or whatever he's doing. The girl from the Jurassic Park. Those are the ones I remember seeing Angus as a kid and going, okay, that's fun.
I'm also spacing out Hackers. The other lead actor, Angelina Jolie, was married to him.
Ex-husband. Yeah.
What is his name?
Johnny
again?
Lee Miller.
Johnny Lee Miller.
Yeah, it's Sherlock.
In Sherlock. Yeah, so
big thing. But hey, guys, let us know what you think. Which of these films that are celebrating anniversaries this week? Lord of War, Just Like Heaven, Cry Wolf, and a little mention about Just Like Heaven. Didn't Napoleon Dynamite actor? What's his name again?
John Heder.
He was in that movie, I believe, and that was the in Just Like Heaven,
Oh,
where
yeah.
Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah.
Is,
right.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo moves in this new apartment, and there's a ghost of a girl who used to live there, and that's Reese Witherspoon.
God.
And that was the movie with John Heder, and that was the one to me that went like. Because a lot of people were wondering, is John Heder going to be a one-hit wonder with Napoleon Dynamite, or can he be a president? That was the movie to me that went. One-hit wonder. Absolute one-hit wonder. We're not going to see him around a lot. But let us know which movies stand out to you. Those ones, Hackers, Clockers, Angus. Jump in the comments section and tell us your thought. If you got fond memories of any of those movies.